for the very first time. So I'm a wee bit sleep deprived. I'm sleep deprived. I haven't slept. I'm sleep deprived a little bit. 2 nights ago, I pulled an inadvertent all-nighter for reasons that are very stupid and didn't quite manage to sort out my sleep last night. So I'm very tired, so I was like, oh, but I want to record today because I haven't recorded in a few days. I need to get ahead of things. But then I was like, well, I don't want to record something story-y like Omori or the Amber Throne, because if I'm like zonked for half of it, it's gonna mess me up for knowing what's going on later in later episodes. And I was like, well, I don't want to record Celeste either because it's pretty high octane. So what should I record? Oh yes, that super high speed Sonic the Hedgehog ROM hack I've been meaning to try out. So this is like I think it's a ROM hack essentially of Sonic 3. In particular, the Blue Spheres minigame that you do for the Chaos Emeralds. And the breadth of this ROM hack, I believe, and I'm not sure this is the most up-to-date version. It includes all 16 of the levels from the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but also includes like the like procedurally generated ones, which is what happens if you pick the normal mode Blue Sphere up here. And I think I've seen people I've done like up into the hundreds of thousands of the levels. Like I think eventually the procedural levels get very, very difficult. But I'm here to perform all of the 16 of the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles levels because I'm silly and have no self-control, and because Sonic 3 was a very foundational game for me in many ways. One of my earliest Sonic games, one of my earliest games, and I never did quite manage to get all the Chaos Emeralds in it. So now is my time. I'm assuming there are 8. Aren't there like 7 Chaos Emeralds? So I don't know why there are like 16. Maybe there's a Master Emerald involved as well. And then there's like 8 for Sonic and 8 for Knuckles or something. But I also insist that we do this with a perfect score each time, which means gathering all the rings, which means I'm going to be using putting a save state at the beginning of each one we do. I'm not going to be doing them all without losing once or anything. If you fail, then it lets you redo that same one. But if you succeed without getting all the rings, it takes you on to the next one. So if you don't get a perfect score, the only way to go back would be to use a save state as I am doing. So I'm going to keep reloading these save states until we get each of the 16 with every damn ring. And the last 2 things you need to know before I go run in here and start screaming and panicking are: number 1, it lets you pick which character you're playing as with a button that I forget. But the fact that I've got the yellow spinning balls beside where it says Sonic 3K means we're playing as Tails, because of course we are. He's my little buddy. And also, you may or may not know about the original sphere collecting game. And by the way, if you don't know anything about the sphere collecting game, buckle up. You may or may not know that every like 10 or 20 seconds or whatever it is, it speeds up. And there's an option in this game, if you hold A when beginning, to make all of the levels start at max speed. So obviously we're doing that. And let's get in here now. Boom! Level 1 of 16, I think, is how many there are. And we're already at max speed. And I have to just calm down. And so the idea that you're... oh my god, I've already messed it up. Okay, try that again. It lagged is probably what happened, and it wasn't me actually being bad. Okay, so the idea behind this is that you get all the blue spheres, but anytime they're in a big polygon like that, if you run around the outside, they all turn into rings, and that is necessary for a perfect score. A smaller polygon like this will not turn into rings when you get it, though. But oh my goodness, this is already so much worse than I remembered. So this is the easiest level, and they will continue to get harder from here, or so we have to imagine. And now, if you didn't understand what Blue Spheres was before, you know now. So get ready for like an hour, or 2 hours, or 4 hours, or however long this is going to take me, of me just freaking myself out and doing everything perfectly right, of course, because how could I get any of this wrong? Because it's so easy. In order to get a perfect score, I think it is imperative that we do not do all the like simple polygons like the one I just ran by up front. We want to do all the big polygons first, because if you save a big polygon for last, you will not be able to gather said rings that pop out of it when you complete it. And if you want a perfect score like that, you're gonna need to be able to get all the rings. So obviously, I have to do another one of these snaky things. Oh my god, did you see how I barely caught myself running backwards after I hit the bumper there? This is an awesome thing to do when you're sleep deprived. If anyone is sleep deprived right now and wants something to do, this is the thing to do. This will wake you up. Hey, but at least it's only going to take us 2 tries, it would seem, from how close I am to definitely winning this. Where was that last square of 4 of them? Good, we did it. Yahoo! 1 down. 16 to go. 15 to go. I can count. That. Thank you, game. That was a congratulations worth congratulating. Perfect! That is worth a save state. Boop. So now you get it. I did test this ROM hack out a few months ago when I was like, oh, this looks like it would be fun to play. And I only went as far as level 4, I believe. So I haven't seen it past level 4. I'm not 100,000,000% certain that this is in the same order that the actual game goes. So maybe it won't explicitly get harder each time, but I ain't too sure. Let's do this. All right, but you get the gist if you didn't understand before. I think you understand now, and you understand why I'm a lunatic for attending this when I never have beaten it before. But anyway, I'll see about leaving a link to the ROM hack in the description where it will go, because that's where links go, because you can't put them in the comments. It is a thing. It's the way YouTube works. We got 100 more to go in this map. Okay, so I gotta be somewhat careful about getting any shapes that are not big polygons like this. We want to be making sure we get all the big polygons before small shapes, such that we can not be missing any rings here, because going for a perfect score eventually becomes somewhat difficult as you carry on with these, as of course, naturally, as you would expect, the levels become more maze-like, and it becomes more difficult to be certain that there's only going to be certain that there are only going to be simple shapes left, and certain that you've got all the big polygons. So if we see any shapes that are simple and will not explode into rings when we gather them, we want to be a little careful. So like this, for instance, will not explode into rings because it's not blue spheres around the core. I think that's how it works. So I'm going to save that one for later. Oh my god, I've messed it up! I'll save that one for later. Really, as long as you've got one simple shape somewhere in the world that you know you haven't gathered, you're free to go get all the other ones, because as long as there's one, then you can be confident that you'll be able to get all the big, complex shapes, so to speak, before the simple shapes, which will not explode into rings for you. So once I find one simple shape, and I can probably be like, okay, as long as I know where that is, and I'm pretty sure I haven't run back into it, we can be pretty confident we're only running into complex shapes. The way this controls, and I don't believe this is a peculiarity of the ROM hack, but I think this is actually how the original controlled as well, is a little odd, simply because of the way it was designed as a Sega Genesis game. It essentially, you're not quite trying to like press left or right to turn. It's like you have to be holding left or right to turn when you get to a vertex in the cubes, in the squares on the ground, if you see what I mean. Because obviously it's not really you're not exactly operating in a 3D space in the sense that you can change directions at any time. It's like you run across a grid and then move. Like you run to the edge of one grid and then change to another, so to speak, simply because of the way two-dimensional games were designed at such a time. But it still looks freaking cool all these years later. Not that I played it when it originally came out, because I was not born then. I know I look 60, but I'm only a fragile young boy of 5. No, what I mean is, how old am I? 22, 23, something like that. I'll figure it out after, because can I wait and figure it out? I think I'm 23. So we've only got 40 spheres left. Actually, we're farther along than I had initially thought. That was a bad way to do that. It's not, okay, I'm not screwed yet, but that was a really dumb way to do what I was just doing. Okay, sorry, I think maybe that's the end there. Oh my god, no, I screwed it up, bugger. I could have saved that if I hadn't done it poorly. I think those two shapes were the last ones we had, though. Yes, 23 sounds right, for how old I am. I always seem to forget. Okay, let's not mess around this time. So we know that there's one big, I'm gonna keep calling them complex versus simple shapes. There's one complex shape that includes a bumper in the middle that we want to get to, because that one's got a lot of spheres. I think there were maybe some parts here where you could jump over bumpers in the middle, but I wasn't paying close attention to where those were relative to some of these other landmarks, so... Oh no, I saw it there. It was just red... There was one line of red spheres that could probably be jumped over, but I didn't seem to need to earlier to get to everything else. So I will continue to not. The way I was describing the controls earlier made it sound harder than it actually is. It's more just a little, like, weird mental exercise getting your head wrapped around how it works, but... Anyway, the primary thing is that you gotta be running around the perimeters without touching any of the stuff in the middle to turn them into rings, which is obviously very high stakes, because at any point you can make one single wrong turn and then you'd have to start the whole stage again, which is obviously... bugger! Like that. So there's no way to get these last 3 rings now, because they're trapped in those red spheres forever, so we got to start again. I guess it doesn't especially matter, because I think maybe it's filtering the textures somewhat, but I couldn't get it to run in 4K. This is running in 1080p as it stands. Well, I could get it to run... Well, no, I couldn't get it to run in 4K, because this is one of those odd programs where it, like, decides the resolution independently when you're in windowed versus full screen. Well, I suppose there are several applications that do that, but I find it odd anyway. And that to say, you can only set the full screen resolution as separate from the windowed resolution, and for some reason when I changed the resolution above 1080p, it just would not open in full screen. Well, it sort of tried, and then it turned to a black screen, and there was like a Windows notification as though there was a pop-up telling me that didn't work for some reason, but I couldn't see the pop-up to see what it was trying to tell me. So, all I got was that it didn't work, which was enough for me. Alright, so I gotta be really careful, because I'm suddenly blanking on what the, oh right, sorry, I was about to, I remember. I was about to say I was blanking on what the simple shape we have remaining is, but the simple shape is the one that's just this one here, where it's just around the bumpers. So we don't want to touch that until we found all the other big shapes, and we're missing a few by the 64 orbs we have left here. I'm kind of gotten turned around, and I'm not 100% certain where we haven't been, so I'm just going to keep turning. I mean, it can't get any faster. We are at the max speed and have been this whole time, so it's no problem. I feel like I've taken the same, like, Aaron's turn, like, 5 times in a row. Let me just start turning right, because I've been turning left so much. Okay, maybe I should be jumping over little walls where I can. Ah, here we go. This is the one I wanted to get to. Whole bunch of blue spheres here. But I feel 40, there certainly weren't 40 around those bumpers earlier, so we're missing a few of those, like 2x3 columns or whatever they were, somewhere in the path. And I'll find them in a minute. When I wander around this way? Nope, not you. But let's try and take another exit out of this room, so to speak. Ah, yes, here we go. It's these, they're 3x4 is what they are, not 2x3. That was a silly thing I said. Silly me. Being silly and stuff. I think we've got this in the bag just about. 16. Well, I was about to say 16. Does that sound right for how many are left here? But it doesn't matter because we're at perfect now, so it has to be right. There's no other explanation. Woohoo! 2 down! Now, as I said, I believe I went as far as 4 the first time. There's plenty I still have not seen, and of course I would never have seen them in the actual game because I was a wee lad and didn't get that far in the game. Of course, this is much easier in some ways than the actual game, because in the actual game, if you mess it up, isn't that like you only get 1 chance and it doesn't come back or something? I can't remember what it is, the requirement for even making these things show up is in the original game. It's been so long since I played it, but not to worry about that now. Okay, right. Okay, so this is the trick, is what it seems like this, is that, I don't want to get rid of this simple shape, but I kind of have to, because otherwise it will be trapped in here when I leave with this thing. So that's a little scary. You can jump in this mode. I don't never have the utmost of confidence in it. I don't know how much you can skip with 1 jump. Can you skip 2 red things? Let's see. Yes, you can. Okay, so if I had trapped this in here, it wouldn't have actually been the end of the world, because you can jump across gaps. But at the moment, I probably want to avoid jumping across gaps because I don't want to make things more complex on myself, navigation-wise. And let's just go for as many of these complex shapes as we can find in our near vicinity, and don't leave any rings behind, Tails. That would be a bad thing to do. Of course, that it's your fault. I'm obviously the one controlling you. This is all my fault. I wouldn't place all the responsibility right at the ground level here. You're the one risking your neck. I'm just sitting here in my cushy little room, freaking out and pressing keys on my keyboard. That's all that I'm doing, which is not much when you think about the grand scheme of things that I could be doing, which is involved. I'm gonna maybe leave this square here. I somehow feel like I'm gonna want that. Of course, I'll never be able to find it again, but maybe I'll be able to find it again. You don't know if I'll be able to find it again. I could totally just find it again. Okay, so it looks like maybe there's 1 more big cube, and then I have to turn around and go back for those 4. Just gonna keep running around. Okay, yeah, here's our last big cube, and then I have to turn and go back for those 4. But it was right that I left them, because otherwise we would not have been able to get the rings from this thing that I just got. So now I just have to hop across a bunch of walls and see about figuring out where I left that other one, because I totally don't remember. I'm just gonna start jumping across walls until I find it. Must have been somewhere around here, right? I mean, it can't be nowhere. That's the one thing that can't be. Catch yourself. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, but when you hit a bumper, so you start running backwards, and you have like a second to catch yourself before bad things happen. Okay, better plan. Rather than leave a 4-1 somewhere where I have to go back and find it, I'm just gonna jump over the last 2 so that I can leave them as a simple shape to gather again. Other than that, though, this one's probably easier than the other 2 we've done so far, I would have wagered. For my own tastes personally. Oh, well, never mind about what I just said. If for no other reason than because it basically leads you in a direct path as to where to go to get all of them. Whereas with the other ones, especially if you wanted to get a perfect score and have it left some simple shapes for yourself, you kind of had to make your own path through it that the game was not actively leading you towards. But for this one, you basically you don't have to, the only time you have to jump over anything or do any kind of unusual maneuver is right at the end. To jump over the last 2, such that you can leave a simple shape for you to get after you've got the final big shape. Complex shape I was calling them until now. And most of the complex shapes are complex in name only, and otherwise are just a nice straightforward quadrilateral. And they're not doing that awful thing they did before where they make us like snake through a path of bumpers that I didn't like. I didn't like it when they had us do that, and they didn't make us do it again, so that's good. That's very good. That's sublime. That's exemplary. That's precisely what you want. That's just what you want to hear. That is the thing that you desire to hear in your ears. I think the big squares are 4x4, right? So that means we'll be at 18 when we want to jump over the thing, which means we have to go through 2 more of these. That's fine. And then... And then we want to jump over this one. Sorry. Jump over this one. Saved it. Perfect. Skill level. Oh my god, sorry, I missed the turn there for a half second, and then it was almost bad. But hey, perfect. So boom! We done did it. Oh boy! But yeah, there are some people who go hard on this ROM hack, and they go on the, I'm just doing the basic levels that were in the actual game, because I've always wanted to do them. And a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 playthrough on this channel is probably far off, because I'd probably want to play through 1 and 2 first, just to make it nice and clean. There are people who do, like, the procedurally generated mode, and they do some hard levels where you have to be, like, jumping over, like, multiple walls in a row, and, like, there are, like, maze-like portions and things. Awful. Just awful. But as I say, I think this is about as far as I got, when I was practicing. I forgot that it just went on by its own. If you didn't do anything for the first few seconds. Sorry. I think this is about as far as I got when I was testing out this to make sure that it was going to run all right and everything. I just did the same thing twice. So this one's awful because they have complex shapes like locked within these like walls of bumpers. So this takes me go from like 11 to about 15 out of 10. And then you have to get out of the same like maze of bumpers like this. I don't know if I should be getting all of these ones that are in bumpers, or if I should be leaving some. Okay, if I'm in between 2 bumpers, I'm fine, I can chill. And then just turn and go. Okay. Oh my god, they have so many bumpers! Okay, that's not how I expected anything to go. Gosh golly. Doing those double jumps over the bumpers is gonna be tough at max speed, I tells ya. But we got to do it. Okay. The things we really want to prioritize, as much as I am loath to leave any of these bumpers behind, these bumper-laden sets of them. Things I really want to prioritize. Oh, that's hard to do at this speed. I think I have to jump a little earlier. We really want to prioritize the ones that are complex shapes inside bumpers, and maybe I'll hush up a little for this one because it looks like it's going to demand a fair bit of focus. There are so many rings and orbs we have left to get. More than demanding a lot of focus, it feels like the sort of thing I'm going to mess up a whole bunch. So I don't want you to have to sit through that. Okay, I jumped way too early that time. You know what? Just run over there real quick. First thing. Okay, I have a bad idea. I think maybe that this is the sort of thing that you, if you were doing it at a lower speed, it would be a lot easier. Because we're at a high speed, what I have to do is turn like that, because there's no other way to jump fast enough. I think that's the only way. Okay, let's give that a try. At least it restarts you nice and fast. I don't even really have to use the save state. That's really only for if I accidentally complete it without getting all the rings, which I cannot abide. I always love the music in this minigame so much. It's a bit tense when you're going at this speed, but even you made it past this first like 30% of it. Yet to see what other horrors await us in this level. I just haven't gotten this first bit right yet. Oh, it's fine. This works also. No! Sorry, so let's not that. Let's not that at all. That wasn't a very good attempt. You might be able to see why I stopped on this one when I was testing to make sure everything was working. I was probably like, yeah, that's good enough. I don't have to finish this one. I was never mind. Hang on, maybe I should take a survey of like what actually there is left to do before I have to jump the wall. Cause like, when do I have to jump the wall? Let me just try and do as much as I can before having to jump the wall, cause maybe you can leave that for like last. Like maybe there's only one wall jump, and if I just say that as the last orb, then it'll be a lot easier because I don't actually have to get out of it. I just have to grab it and then the level immediately ends. Like I was assuming because there's like a jump in the middle that I actually had to do that to cross over to the other side of the map or something, but maybe this whole thing like loops around on the other side. and the only reason to do the jump is to get the orb in the middle. So maybe we just like try and get everything that there's to get here first. Sorry, I thought I hit the bumper. All right, this one is immediately way harder than the other ones. It's very claustrophobic, and there are just bumpers everywhere. And there's that real awkward jump in the middle. We've got a fair number of the blue spheres without making that jump yet, so maybe like... Okay, so it seems like there are 2 walls where you have to do that, so I will have to... Oh, I've already messed this up in a big way. So you definitely do have to do the jumps at some point. Maybe I just do them first. The sensible thing to do is not try and get more than one at a time. What I should try and do is just like... not like that. Hear me out, hear me out! Damn it, hear me out, let me cook, as the youth say. I think what we ought to do is get in here like this. And then go like left, and then left. Like turn and then get it, and then jump, turn and jump again. Just so we can get those ones out of the way, because they are awful. It seemed like there were only 2 of them, if I was counting correctly. But the trick is, it's hard to know whether you're going forward or backward at that point. Okay, oh, that was weird. That's kind of something like what you want to do is hop that gap, and then as you're being pinged back and forth, you turn in the direction of the orb and then mash forward so that even if you are going backwards, you can like catch yourself, and then the second you go past it, turn and jump again. So all I have to do is get that to happen twice, and then the rest of this level we weren't having quite as much trouble with as this part, so... Right, forward, right, left, ah! But if you're already going forward, you have to be ready to turn sooner. Like that! I finally got one. Okay, now I just have to get the other one, and then we can play the level like a normal human being. Well, he says. We can try anyway. Okay, I think it was that I just ran past there, so let's go have a look-see at doing that. Oh, I didn't know. This is the one we were already at. Oh, maybe there is only one then. Okay. I'll just have another look around for it just in case. But I'm starting to be hopeful that maybe there actually is only one of those, and I just saw it twice the first time. Oh, that was something different. This is not... No, yeah, it is literally just, we only have to do that once. Okay, so I was getting confused somehow. I don't know how, but this must not loop in the way that I think it does. Okay, I guess we just try and play the level normally at this point. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? Everything is normal here. I don't know what simple shape we're gonna leave for the end, though. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna try and do the thing. I really gotta watch out for this. Is that huge shape we have to do somewhere along the line. Because I don't actually know what the real full breadth of its shape is like. Oh, that was exceedingly close. I'm panicking. Okay, stop panicking. I found the big shape. Let's go take care of that. No, I turned it wrong. Let me go do that big shape first, because I don't know how it's shaped, and I gotta get used to doing it. I assume this whole thing will explode into rings. Oh, glorious. Okay, that's actually not that hard to do if you're calm and focused. Probably have a harder time with, this thing here, actually. So let's do it first. I was like, all right, we got it. We can relax. And just immediately failed in the stupidest way possible. Oh, you can turn immediately if you hold it before you hit the ground. I did not realize that. That makes things a lot easier. Ah, bugger. I'm gonna finally get one run where I actually do this right, and I get this orb in the middle of this wall here, and that huge weird polygon. And then I'm gonna immediately mess up getting one of the really easy ones, where you just like run straight through the bumpers or something. I know this about myself. This is a personality trait of mine. The second I do something really difficult really well, I immediately mess up something easy. It's one of the many traits about myself that I increasingly find amusing as I get older. Okay, saved it gracefully. No! Unsaved it gracefully. Wait, it counted anyway, maybe? I'm not sure. I think it counted anyway. I didn't feel like I did that right. I think the pity gave that to me. It was like close enough, I guess. Unless I'm one ring short, and that's what that means. No, but then there would be like a red ball hanging around, you would think. I think I did that fine. We'll notice it enough anyway. I did not mean to get a simple shape wrecked like that. It might be fine anyway, because most of these complex shapes end with another simple shape at the other end, like this. Although I probably should have left that one, just in case. Oh, I left that one there. Okay, good. $20 remain. Where? Oh, somewhere over here, I guess. Perfect, they say. Okay, I just gotta get to that one last one. Okay, good. Okay, come on. Now, where was it? Where was it? Somewhere along the outskirts, we have to presume. But from what side? Oh boy. Oh no. I'm not sure from what side. I feel like we just ran by it. Okay, here it is. Boom! Nice. That one was tough. That one took us like half, like the 20 minutes, of the 40 minutes I've been recording, that was like 20 of them. Jeepers, okay, we're a quarter of the way there, if I understand correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 Chaos Emeralds, though, which is as I thought. So I guess the last one's for, like, the ultimate Master Emerald or whatever. Anyway, level 5, what's it got for us? It looks like we have to jump over walls, doesn't it? It looks exactly like that. Anyway, it might be easier. It says there are only 54 rings, and actually, fewer blue spheres. So maybe this one's, like, the most challenging thing is just the fact that you have to do a whole bunch of jumps over these kinds of gaps. Okay, so the thing is, we have to be looking out for some kind of simple shape to not tick until the end at somewhere around here. Is this a simple shape? No, it's a complex one that will give us rings, so we got to do it. This one seems like it's going to be really easy so far. Actually, so I can tell between the difference in the number of rings and blue spheres left that there's going to be four non-complex blue spheres somewhere. Okay, of course we just don't know where we've been because this whole area looks the same, obviously, but if we just keep jumping over walls and stuff, we'll find something. Okay, I see. So I'm looping the whole thing by doing it this way. Okay, so I have to turn... Let's try turning left. No, I have to do that after jumping the first thing of bumpers, don't I? Yes, I see. Like over here, somewhere. Oh, that ends in a wall over there, I see. Sorry. Hang on, I'm confused. Not know where to go. Oh, I see. Okay, here are the four that the four that are going to be the simple shapes we want to leave till the end. God, that's a bit of a stressful one to leave till the end, but we have to do it because they are, according to the count, the difference between the blue sphere count and the ring count, they are the only ones that are not in a big square or anything. Okay, these are the ones that really freak me out. The ones that are a quadrilateral or whatever. That's sort of a shape of some kind that is enclosed by bumpers on either side. Because it means you can't, like, turn out of it if you get it wrong. Okay. No matter though, this one should be one of the easier ones we've done, really, realistically speaking. At least it'll be probably pretty short. Okay. It's just these simple square shapes, and there's just a whole bunch of them. It's just that the area itself is a little confusing to navigate. Well, it should be straightforward. It's confusing for me to navigate. Because I'm, you know, not too bright and stuff. But, I think we'll be able to manage it if we just stick to it and all. There should be, if there are four of those things, like the simple ones that are just like in the corners of those bumpers, that means there should be a 3x3 somewhere that'll be 9 that will leave, that will get us those last 9 rings and leave us those 4 simple ones to get. So I just have to look for a 3x3 somewhere, and when we find it, we will be having a good time because we'll be at the end of the level-ish. I don't know where to look for it, though. I think perhaps I should jump over this and then turn right, if I can. Yes, because I don't think we've done that yet, maybe. Okay, now I don't know where I am. Oh, I'm back at these? Okay. Let's not be here. Is there any other way I can leave from this? So that you can come at this from either of these angles, and then jump over this. Ah, here we go. Here's our final 3, and then we just need to turn right back around and go the way we just came, which was this way, and then left, I think? Yes, and then just see if I can get these right. Like this, and then like this, and then like this. That was pretty chill. It was more of a mental exercise of being like, oh, I should leave these ones alone until the end. 5 down. Now we're closer to a third of the way done. I'll try and stop marking our progress fractionally. Level 6, but we're into all the stuff I haven't seen any yet, so this is very exciting. Oh God. 124, but there are 64 that are rings, so there are very few actual complex shapes in this one. It's mostly going to be small ones, or it's half small ones and half complex shapes. And if each complex shape is going to be 4x4 like these ones were, which was 16, then there are 4 of them, right? I think. Sorry, my maths are not great when I'm hurtling forward at the speed of sound, but I think that sounds correct, so we probably shouldn't be too stressed about leaving simple shapes for the end, because I think that's going to happen whether I like it or not. I shouldn't really be doing this the way I'm doing this. I should do it more like that if I want to actually get through. And we just keep looking for these big 4 shapes, 4x4 shapes, of which there should be 2 more after this. And we get them and leave some simple shapes. At least most of these gateways are like, they're a 2x2, which means you can jump over them. If you had to, okay, second last of the big 4x4 here. Just one more of those and we'll be sweet and sultry. You know what I mean? Something better than what I just said, is what I mean. And basically apply that to every scenario possible. If it sounds like I said something stupid that didn't make any sense or wasn't applicable to the situation, you know what I meant, which was something that was actually smart and cool and cute and did apply to the situation. So now I just have to go find 24 worth of these 2x2s. If each of them are 4, then that would mean there are 6 of them remaining, and a bunch of them are on the edge of this map, actually, which means I gotta do a bit of that. Okay, I saw 2 of them on the horizon there. Which means I'm gonna hop over here and do a bit of this, and I just have to keep going between these rooms, basically. Okay, I saw the last bunch. They were over there. This one wasn't too bad. Boom! That went alright. The layout of that one was very simple. And the fact that it was in nice, easy multiples of 2 and 4, the rings and the blue spheres, meant that I was easily able to calculate how many of each shape I should be finding. Well, I say easily. It would be easy if you were better at math. But never mind that, we're on to stage 7. 60 and 74. What? How does that work? Oh, there are rings already out then, is what that means. It must be what that means. Oh, that's unfortunate, because that means I don't know how many simple shapes I should be saving. Oh my god. Oh, if you get those. Oh, you, like, complete a... I don't understand, actually. Let's... Wait, did I do that bad? Okay, hang on, I don't understand. Whenever I see an edge like that, can I complete the edge to make, like, a whole bunch more rings appear? Because that's kind of what it seemed like happened. If I do like this? Oh, I see. So I can turn some of the red ones into rings as well. That must be what happened that one time where, never mind, because we don't have to think about it right now. So I should be doing it like that. Oh, that does add some complexity to things, if I'm honest. But it probably means it's not too complex of a strategy I have to employ. I just have to try and finish out all the polygons that are kind of like half started that I see, which means not doing that. But this is why I have no shame in using save states for this. Can you imagine if I got this far and didn't realize that's what I was supposed to be doing, and I had to do the previous like 6 levels all over again? Like 6, as if I don't know precisely how many it was. Being that this is stage 7. So I want to be very careful to not be an idiot like that. I don't want to start from the corner. I have to start from the edge of one edge, and there are some bigger shapes like this that you don't want to mess up also. So really what I should be doing is saving any of those times where there's just a row of them in between bumpers. Because those are effectively our simple shapes for this sequence. We're gonna run over some blue spheres, we're gonna get the rings and be good. We're gonna have some fun right now, it's gonna be awesome and safe. We're not gonna cry or scream because that would be bad and it would break our concentration, which we need. I did it wrong. There was one soul one there and I ran into it. I never turn in time. I'm trying my hardest. I shouldn't have done that. But it's too late. Why did I do any of that? Why do I keep running into that one? No, I did it again. It's hard to not run into the corners for some reason. I think maybe just because it's instinctually I want to start from the corner because that will make it makes most of the complex shapes easier. But it's also, I mean, you know, moving pretty fast and just split-second decisions have to be made, and they are not my forte. Sorry, I missed some rings here. Well, you can do it from the corner if you turn the correct, like if you turn outward, I suppose. I just usually don't. Oh, there are some rings just like sitting over here. I wonder why that is. Oh, do I really have to just jump in and get them and get out? Oh, that's horrible. Oh god, I somehow thought those were all blue for some reason. Yeah, I don't have a strong sense of the layout of this one because it's very tightly packed with things and stuff. And every time I break open a square like that, the layout kind of changes because the walls, which I'm calling the red spheres or as walls, change at that point because I eliminate some of them. So there are fewer barriers in the way of us traversing the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna pull a risky jump here, like, huh, and then turn. I got it. It paid off. It's all right. It's risky only in the sense that every jump I do is risky because I'm not very good at them. Okay, did I miss a ring at the beginning? No, I didn't. It's fine. Ugh! Okay. Thought I missed the first ring in that little patch there. But as I say, I don't have a strong sense of, like, the whole layout of this place, so it's kind of hard to be sure I've got things. Oh, I wasn't 100 million percent confident that I got that blue sphere that I meant to. The first one, I mean. That was necessary to round out that cube thing. Block, square, polygon, shape. Hang on, I gotta do another jump here. I'm getting a little good at these. Well, I shouldn't say that, because the second I say I'm getting good, it is inevitably when I will mess it up. Oh, hey everyone! Get blue spheres! I hit left and right at the same time, because I was like, I know one of them's right! Oh, I saved it and then I screwed it up. I got a nasty feeling I'm going to do all the blue spheres perfectly, but forget that patch of rings that's just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Oh! I think the only rings left are the ones that are in that godforsaken, like, patch of blocks somewhere. It was a 2x3, I'm sure of it. So then where was that? So I don't remember where that was. Oh, I guess we'll get these while we're going, and then the only 7 remaining must be that one, those bunch in a line in between the 2 bumpers. So we're very close. If I can only find those rings! I didn't know that was going to be a dead end. Holy crap. So once again, I have all the blue spheres. Okay, the rings are right there. Perfect. Perfect. Oh my god, don't panic now and get it wrong! Oh, thank goodness. Okay, there are some of these I can be gabbing away and, you know, shooting the proverbial feces with my mouth. But, not this one. No, no. I had to be very quiet for that one. Level 7 complete. Honestly, we're not doing as poorly as I thought it would. I thought it would take me like 5 hours before I was through the first 5. But it's only been like an hour and 13 minutes and we're already on the 8th one. So let's carry it right on, shall we? It looks horrible. There's 1 ring? What do you mean there's 1 ring? Oh no, why are we doing any of... What is this? Why is there 1 ring? Okay, so that's how you're meant to get those 2. And then you want to, like, turn and turn real fast, I guess. Because otherwise... Wait, hang on. If I was reading that right, you're trapped, right? Like, if you do this again... you end up in the same two. So if you tried to jump over, you would get got like that. So you have to turn and then jump somewhere else. Oh no! Wait! No one told me it would be like this. How am I supposed to? Because the jump goes like 1.5 squares, so I have to find a gap somewhere. Oh man. Okay. So what you're saying is this is going to be like real tight timings. I have to find a gap where I could run and turn and jump and it would be okay. Oh no. Only one ring makes it sound like it's not going to be, it's not going to be in a complex shape. It's going to be just sitting out there somewhere because there's no complex shape that could be just one. They all have to be at least, I guess it would have to be at least 6, 2 by 3. Okay, so it's just like this over and over, but then like turning, oh, but that's, there's so much memorization I'm gonna have to do then. For 51 of these? Gosh, heck it. Okay, because I have to be like, turn, oh no, wait, I could have just turned left there? Was that a thing? I wasn't really paying attention as much as I should have been. But if I can't just like cancel it at the last second when oh, this is gonna be so confusing. Okay. Oh yeah, I can just turn left here. Oh, okay, so they're clearly gonna lead you in a path, are they? Okay, never mind. This is gonna be a lot easier than I thought. I thought I had to turn like partway through some of them, but if they're gonna lead you directly in a path, then this is just a sort of weird and gimmicky one. I did it wrong. No idea where that ring is though. It'll be like right at the end. There'll be one little turn to get the ring before the last sphere or something weird like that. But this is very bizarre. Okay, that's good though. I didn't realize it was gonna basically just lead me in a path the whole time. That's totally fine. I thought I was gonna have to like jump at the right time and like memorize it so I would know what that time was and things. But it seems like it's literally just gonna be this for 51 spheres, getting a little tighter each time. Because we're kind of like descending closer to the center of a maze, I guess, or a labyrinth, whichever way you want to call it. I can't remember what the difference between a labyrinth and a maze is. Is it a maze has a top or something like that? Anyway, yeah, this is getting tighter and tighter. Oh, right. I didn't notice I could turn left that very first time. That explains a lot. Where is this ring in this? Oh! Don't know where this ring is or why this is going to end up being an odd-numbered level when you think there would be 2 on each of these bumpers. I guess that means that there's going to be something weird going on at the center. Like, it'll be one sphere in front of a bumper, but the ring will be behind it or something like that. This is not actually all that difficult. Just, it requires a little bit of timing, that's all. Did I miss? I definitely missed that one, didn't I? Yeah. Can you imagine if I'd gotten to the end and not realized I missed one? God, this is trippy, the way it goes from green to yellow at the front. Oh, or does it, or is that my imagination? No, I don't think it actually does. I think it's just an optical illusion because there's blue. So when I'm seeing the green, my mind goes blue and yellow. So it feels like it looks to me like it gets yellower. The green gets it yellower the closer it gets to the screen. But I don't think that's actually true. I think that's an optical illusion. Which is very, very cool. And now I'm thinking about that and not focusing on the thing that I should be focusing on, which is all of this. Tell you what, this one would actually probably be a lot harder if you started at the normal speed, because then you'd have to get used to the timing changing throughout the level. Oh, I thought I had to turn twice there, but it's just because I saw the one in my peripheral vision. Silly me. They're not actually really trying to trick you here. I don't think. Hold on, there's no chance that the first ring is like at the beginning somehow, is it? Let me just check behind me here. Nah, I don't think so. That'd be hilarious if it was just right behind you at the start or something. It's crazy how it's such a simple art style, the way like in the original game, I mean, because I think this is more or less the same as it looks in the original game. The art style of these like spheres coming towards you, but it really does, in spite of how simple the 3D style is, it really does give you that sense of running across a globe. Things rolling towards you and things, oh wow, you have to turn immediately after that jump. I suppose it could also be a situation of there's one ring, but they've literally put it right in front of the blue sphere at the end, just so to be like, you're always going to get it perfect if you succeed at all. Just to be nice to you so that you don't have to be thinking about anything else. My best guess at the moment anyway is that in one way or another it's right around the end, the ring. Bugger! May as well carry on to the end just in case, never mind. So like I said before, I don't know if maybe 8 of these are for Sonic's playthrough and 8 of them are for Knuckles' playthrough or what. If that's the case though, and if indeed these first 8 have been Sonic's, you would think it would get a bunch easier all of a sudden when we go back to Knuckles' first one. Hopefully, maybe? Unless it's been doing them one Sonic, one Knuckles, one Sonic, one Knuckles, or something like that. Or unless this is not a matter of Sonic and Knuckles and I have no idea what it's... what indeed the order of them is. Ah! Again, I thought I needed to turn twice when I obviously didn't. It just, my brain saw the path and was like, go for it. It was not a matter of me thinking, I probably need to turn left here. My brain was just like, that's when you see a path, you go there. That path was behind a jump. Silly me. This one is kind of meditative, though, in the way you just... Left. Jump. Left. Jump. Bugger! It's meditative until that happens. It's real tight around the end there. The other thing I didn't realize they were doing was it's not the blue spheres with the bumper are not in the same place along the turn every time. Sometimes they're right after the turn and sometimes they're right before the next turn, so to speak. Like they're not always in the middle of the road, so to like the length that you run. Sometimes they happen real early and sometimes they happen real late. They're placed a little erratically, which is no doubt intentional. For instance, on that one, it had to jump and then like immediately turn. When I first thought about doing this challenge, I thought it would be fun to do it all with one try. Like if I failed, I went back to the very beginning. Can you imagine if I was doing that still? If I still felt that way? We wouldn't have made it past the third one, I bet. Oh, it gets really weird at the end there. Interesting, okay. As relaxing as the first bit is, it is a bit tedious to keep doing it. It's like a good 40 seconds of just this. SEGA? What's with this? Explain yourself. Why? Why is that? Have mercy, SEGA. You couldn't give me 2 squares to work with? Alright, I confess to losing my patience slightly with this. Damn it. You have to really get the jump timing right on that one, because even if you're holding left, if you're too far, if you jump too far, as in too late, which you kind of want to be jumping late for the other ones to make sure that you don't miss the sphere that's before the jump. But on that one, you want to make sure you're not jumping so late that you don't get a chance to turn right after, because you do have to turn the square right after the blue sphere on the other side. So it gets down to 9 like that, you really got to time that jump real careful, like. Because with all the other bumpers to that point, it's much easier to miss the sphere that's before the jump by jumping too early. Then at that one particular time, you got time to jump real careful so you still have time to turn. Oh, and then I had to, I think you probably do at that point, you're able to just follow along a path of some kind. Okay. Wait, what was I doing there? Thing is, this one would be hard even if you weren't playing at max speed by default, because it lasts long enough that you would be at max speed by the end almost definitely regardless, right? Too early then. As usual. 21 and below is where I really start screwing it up. I didn't even turn, but I was supposed to turn left there, right? I just suddenly zoned. I did that thing where I was like, okay, don't overthink this. So just shut your brain off and let it go. Your fingers know what to do. And then I was like, wait, shut my brain off? Okay, don't think about it at all. And so I didn't do anything. I overly shut my brain off. I was only supposed to shut my brain off like 70%. Because otherwise it's like you get to that pivotal moment and your mind starts racing and you can't get it to stop in time. So you just have to do a full shutdown and hope the important parts still leak through. Okay, so what do I do? I think I just jumped too late. But man, oh man. It's tricky there because they make you do like a double turn right at the end there in a weird way. I'm glad they make it so you always turn right. They don't like mix up a rightward turn in the middle or anywhere or anything like that. Because that would be truly awful. See, I only had one left and I just didn't get the leftward turn, but I didn't even see one over there. Was I near the end there, or did I... Like, was I literally like one left turn away from victory, or did I miss the ring and the final sphere elsewhere in the course somehow? okay, so it literally is, no, never mind, okay, I saw it that time. It's just the ring and then the sphere, so they're nice about it, okay. But it is just like, jump over that and then left turn, okay. So we were really close several times then, is what that means. Have to be careful not to jump at the end. Jump over the ring and all, because it'll be in my habit. Oh, literally the last turn. I just have to hold left at that point. Because you can only, like, if you hold left, you don't, like, stop in place. You do, like, run forward, then left, then run forward, then left, which is literally what needed to happen there. So on that last one, I literally just have to hold it. Oh, I was one turn away from it. I guess I should stop holding left the second I get the ring, though, because otherwise I'll turn away from the sphere. Why did I turn immediately then? No bad news. Thank the stars, that's over. I mean, I don't know what nightmarish heck we're in for next, but at least none of the next ones can be as tedious as that, right? Or repetitive? Surely not. Surely they'll all get really easy now, probably. Okay, level 9 for the first time. What are we doing, baby? That one sure took a while. Oh no, are they getting weird? Oh, wait, why did I jump over? What have I done? I think they're getting weird. This one doesn't seem like it'll be all that bad, though. 67 blue spheres, 61 rings. I think it's going to be a whole lot of complex shapes like this one that are actually pretty easy to run through, all things considered. They're just far away in the map. Oh boy. And a few weird ones like this where we have blue spheres enclosing a ring. So I just want to, like, run through them on either side like this. That's not so hard. What does yellow do? Does it auto-jump you or something? What is yellow? Yeah, it's a spring. Okay, good. I'm glad I know that now. Right. Okay, I shouldn't be getting all these simple shapes here. I'm gonna wreck things. Oh, I've wrecked it. Because now there are 43 in... But, I've wrecked it. I've wrecked it. I gotta leave just one of those for the end. Fortunately, it shouldn't be too hard to keep a tally on as... let me just reload that. Shouldn't be too hard to keep tabs on. Seeing as how there's a very straightforward, difference between the number of complex... the number of blue spheres and rings. Okay, so what I imagine we're looking for here mostly is to start by looking for the complex shapes, which there's going to be like one on every trampoline bounce, you'd imagine, and they're all going to be these. Oh, actually, this one's a little different. It's a 3x3. So maybe it won't be quite... Excuse me, got the hiccups. Quite as consistent as I was expecting up front, but none of them seem like they're going to be too hard to get, so I think we may be lucking out and getting some an easy one this time. Certainly an easier one than 8. So it does kind of make it seem like probably... we're now going through like the Knuckles ones and we were going through the Sonic ones before, because this is suddenly much easier than the past few we've done. Like 6, 7, and 8 were pretty grim. Actually, I'm not seeing too many more complex shapes here, friends. I'm seeing a lot of nothing, actually. Maybe I'm just running in the wrong places. Well, not a lot of nothing. I'm mostly seeing these little diamond shapes here and not a lot of really chunky shapes, and that doesn't seem to account for the 33 we're missing. It maybe accounts for like 12 or 16 of the ones we're missing, it feels like. So I feel like there's one more big shape like this one that I'm missing. At least. Good. Ah, it's so nice to be back to doing something a little more not the worst. Okay. So we should be expecting... Okay, so if there are 16 of them... Because I think there are 4 of those diamond D shapes, each of which have 1 ring in the middle, so then it would be down at 7 rings. But then that would be 16 spheres and leave 1 sphere to get the remaining 7 rings, which doesn't make sense. So there's gotta only be like 2 of those diamond things and then a 3x3 somewhere. That's mathematically the only way this checks out, right? Because then it's 4 and 4 and 8. Yeah, and then 3x3 is 9. Okay, yeah. So we just gotta look for a 3x3. There's a 3x3 and then 2 more of these diamonds. So really, I can get the next diamond I see. That's a thing that makes sense to do. But until then, we gotta be on the lookout for a 3x3, which we may have to take a spring jump for. I just don't quite have a good sense of the walls of this place, if we're actually like walled off from going to where the springs are without using the springs, or if the springs are just more of a shortcut. Let's take a spring. A boing! Oh, it does a boing to boing! Okay, I wasn't ready for that, but that's alright. We can just come at it from this angle and then do a bit of this. Gosh, that was horrible. Okay, apparently I escaped with my life, and now we just need to find the 2 diamond things, which I think are probably going to be like back this way. It's going to take me across like 3 sproings like it just did, because I didn't really care for that. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah, that's scary. I don't like it when it does that. Okay, no problem though. I think we got this. Just got to find 2 diamonds, and then we just you cross at them twice. Once the first time you get the ring, so that way you're never going to be without the ring. And then the second time you get the other direction, the one you didn't already go. This should be rather easy to finish out here if I just remain calm and focus on survival and exploration. Was there one over here? Yes, there was. Okay, so we want to go do-do-do, and then do-do-do, and then just 1 more of those. And we'll be A-oh good, as Crazy Dave would say. The other one wasn't far from here, right? Like, it was in the same plane of existence. We didn't have to, like, take a spring to find it, I don't think. Was that it over here? No. Okay, I've just gotta remain calm. Oh, here it is. I've stumbled into it by accident somehow. Oops, sorry. Okay, I've just gotta calm down and do it right. Like, perfect. And, ooh, okay, and then, boom. Number 9. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Wow. Feeling good, I'm feeling fine. Let's do stage 10. 37 and 54 rings, so I think we're probably going to be in another... Oh, I was just about to say, I think we're probably going to be in another situation where it's like, they've got these half-constructed ones that we have to be careful of. And we have to make sure we actually complete them correctly like that. Good. We've done this before. Okay, trick is, we don't have a great sense, because whenever it's like this, where there are a bunch of like half-done ones, we don't have a... What the hell is that? We don't have a strong sense of how many simple shapes there are to leave behind, or if we... Because if they're all... Well, they can't all be complex shapes. Oh god, I have to jump over that to get that. Okay. Anyway, we don't know how many simple shapes there are to leave behind, because it's hard to say how many spheres we'll get and how many rings we'll get from each complex shape when they're like this. Okay, so I gotta go boing, jump. Okay, so I messed that up because I jumped too early, I guess, and that didn't complete the shape. So maybe we don't want to come at that one from that angle, or do I have to just time the jump better? I ain't all too sure right now. I think I want to maybe just time the jump. Good. No, I hit both of them again. There we go. God, I hope they don't ask me to do that too many more times. That's some pretty tight timing. Well, there are only 25 spheres in this place, so it's probably just like a bunch of little difficult skill checks like that. Okay, 2 simple ones there, a complex one here that was half-baked that we completed. So many rings we have yet to get as well. Another complex shape to get here. I guess you get a lot more rings than spheres for these as part of the dealio, based on the way it's laid out here. What am I doing here? Oh, okay, just looping back around. I think I must have missed some rings somehow, friends. Whoa, okay, don't take that, spring, apparently. That's so mean, why is it like that? Unless each of those, maybe, a bunch of those spheres are missing were like this one, where it's like, it's just 1 sphere that will give you like 9 rings because it'll complete out the rest of the box. It could very well be something like that. But I think we need to just do a bit more experimentation here to find out just quite how much more trickery is going on in this neck of the woods. This is a very pretty color scheme, though, this orange and blue. Complementary colors and all. So only 8 spheres left and 18 rings left is a very weird assortment. Don't go that way, we learned, because things... Okay. That was unusual. So I have to jump to get that one. Like, okay, stop with the boinging. No more boinging, please. It's got to be like that a few more times, I think. Okay, there's going to be one more box we need to fill out, but we want to not get the other 3 simple shapes before we do. I guess the only way to go is here. Okay. Okay, and then... Oh, damn it. That didn't get me all the rings. Okay, interesting. So what more can I leave out before that point? I just have to find some point... Okay, I think I know what I have to do. I have to find some point where it was like just 2 in a row and just skip it and then leave it for last. I think is the idea. Like jump... Do something like that to leave some for later. No, but that's a bad time to do it. There was another point later where there were just 2 back to back, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I went a different way this time. Interesting maneuver, me. Well, that's the one we got last the first time, so that makes some sense to do. Sorry, that's the one we got last the previous attempt, so I think that makes sense to do. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I think it actually does make sense to get that one post-haste so we don't leave it for last, because I think it'll be more awkward if we do. Oops. This one probably isn't going to be too hard, though. There's just like one weird skill check in the middle, and then some strategy and leaving behind one of the simple shapes. But start with these 2, that seems like a sensible thing to do, but then go back the way I came and do the... Oh, I guess it's probably laid out... No, it's actually probably laid out so that you go this way, because then you end off with that big chain of like 4 of them, which is a lot easier. Right, okay. Sorry, what am I doing here? I'm just jumping across this and doing this? Okay, right. This is probably a lot more straightforward than the route I was taking the first time. Let's keep going this way, I think. Okay, right, of course. They were expecting you to come at it this side, which is why it wouldn't insta-kill you, and then go this way, and then complete, that shape! So don't go the way with the spring first. It's like these 3, and then these 3, and that's really straightforward. And then, oh, don't jump that spring. These 3, and then these 3, and then spoing, and, time to jump good. No! And then... Sprawling, and then... And then... Why am I doing the noises? Ah! These 3. And these 3. And then... Boing. Time jump good. Oh, I timed jump bad. Probably can just jump that one, actually. That makes more sense. I did not... That was a dumb thing to do. It's fine. I can save it. And then jump over it. Easy. Who could have trouble with that? And then these 3. And then we're doing more of the same right after, right? Yeah, I think so. Like... And then... They're gonna have us do one more of those, and then there's gonna be the huge chain of them. Wait, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? I think we take the bounce. Was that the correct bounce to take? Yeah, surely. Because then there's this here. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I missed the rings. I missed these are important. You need these. You don't want to leave without these, I'm pretty sure. That's definitely the route they wanted you to take, because that's a lot easier. I don't have to think about that. Then it's just these 4 at the end. Good. Awesome. 10 is done. Boom. Means only 6 left-ish. Because I'm only kind of sure it was 16 that we were meant to do. That sounds right to me. And it makes a lot of sense with that 8th one having been so difficult. Level 11! Oh, we're on fire. Okay, we're really picking up speed now. We're really tangoing with the tango master. Tangoing with the mangoing. What the hell am I doing in this one? Oh god, there are so many sprawlings. And a lot of unfinished complex shapes as well. I have no idea which ones I should be leaving. Oh, well, you shouldn't touch those regardless. Okay. Alright. Cool. Weehaw. And I'm not going to worry too much about leaving simple shapes this first time. These first few times, I'm just going to, I think, try and do my diggity dangest to just get as many blue spheres as I can. And if it turns out later on that it's actually going to require a bit more strategy to not hit, to get all the rings, then we'll worry about it then. Interesting. So if I take a sprawling, okay, it leads me into a land of riches and wonders. Okay, have I screwed this up? Have I screwed this up? Yes, but never mind. Yes. So take this to the Land of Wonders, and then circle around in the Land of Wonders, get a whole bunch of rings and blue spheres and things. Actually, that's taking a massive chunk out of what we had to do left. What we had left to do, anyway. Oh boy, okay. I saw a bunch of rings just hanging out here. Let's have those for sure. Oh, sorry. I'm a little confused and dizzy. It's fine. We're gonna get a little bunch of rings here. Okay, that makes things a little easier on me. I'm not quite as worried about leaving any simple shapes anymore. Even though I said I was going to try and avoid worrying about that anyway. It's jumping over a bunch of these in a row is hard. Okay, didn't want to jump over that many, but it's fine. We've done it now, and there's no turning back. Oh, it's fine. Okay, this isn't a complex shape. So I didn't mess it up by doing it in a weird order. Okay. And just take a moment to breathe and think here. I have no idea what's left to do, so I don't know why I thought stopping to think would help. Oh, that wasn't right. Oh, this is a confusingly laid out area as well. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, can you imagine how awful it would be getting the emeralds on the actual console and you'd have to, like, go through the whole level again or whatever it is every time you mess this up rather than just being able to start right again immediately? No wonder I never got them all. Maybe someday. But to be fair, if I were doing it in the actual game, it wouldn't be at max speed the whole time. It would be a little easier for that reason. And obviously, you don't actually have to get them the perfect score to get the emerald. So I'm making it a little harder on myself in a few ways here that it wouldn't necessarily have to be when playing the original game. Oh, that was a late turn, me. This area is broken up into a bunch of patterns like this where there's like a half-baked one you need to finish. I forgot I shouldn't have touched that last one before getting the rings. There's that one patch of rings in the middle of nowhere. There's one really huge, like 4x4 somewhere. And then there are a bunch of little weird, like 2x3s and things in between springs and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of sprawling action going on that you wouldn't necessarily want going on at any point in your life. I did the same thing. The good thing about whenever it gives you a complex shape in the middle of a few like this is if you left that complex shape for last, you can know there's going to be a simple shape on either side. So you have that sort of security of knowing you're not going to finish the complex shape and then it's going to end right there. Did not mean to take that spring. Well now, that's not what I wanted. Nor is that. Help, what do I do? Like that, okay. The amount of talking that I'm able to do as these progress is probably going to diminish quite rapidly, because if this is a taste of what's to come, it's gonna get real difficult by 16, so my apologies if the success attempt of each of the next bunch, including this one, is just completely silent, because that may be the only way. Ooh! Ah, that's mean that it can launch you right into one where if you've already been down that way, it just instantly wrecks you. So you gotta be really careful to bounce on the sides of those. Whenever there's a row of trampolines like that, go to the far right or far left. Oh! Why did I do that like an idiot? I don't know. Okay. Why did it turn left then? I hit left way before I hit that first spring. That was weird. Well, maybe it buffers it if you go over a spring. Weird. If so. Deeply unhelpful, really, if so. Okay, not quite sure how I survived that, but we're doing it. We're doing it! Really, all this is just that there's that big, chunky middle section and then a bunch of these little side sections with 3x3s that are sort of half-baked. And it's this middle part I've never gotten quite right once. So it's do the big 4x4 in the middle, and then I have to go to either side to do the 2x3s, which do not explode into rings. Oh god, and then I want to get these 3x3 of rings after, or I guess we can do them first, or is it a 3x4? It doesn't actually matter, I don't know why I'm trying to figure it out right now. Much easier if you do it like that, I guess. No, and then don't do it again. Okay, no, wait, I should be going forward! I don't know why I let that happen for so long. Generally, forward is the direction you want to be moving. I think I assumed I was going to hit another bumper, but then I realized it was symmetrical, and on the other side there were going to be more springs, and it was going to send me backwards. I just noticed that the color scheme on the ground is basically the same color scheme of Patrick's clothes, and now I'm distracted by that. Why did it turn again? I didn't turn again. So it clearly does buffer your turns if you go over a bumper or a trampoline. Also, I do find it funny that Sonic the Hedgehog has like the very iconically shaped like star trampolines, and they were like, the trampoline should be a yellow square circle in this minigame. We simply cannot make another asset for it. I always reel around in that one, no matter how much I know it's coming. This one should be so much easier than it is. It's very weird. I think it's just because there's a lot of back and forth that it's messing me up so much. It's like loop around here, then go around here, then do a square, but then you have to go left and right, ones after the other, before you carry on. And there's just so much back and forth, so my mind never gets used to like going one direction. It's like there's a turn every 5 seconds. Why did I jump there? Nope. Oh boy, it's fine. That's what I wanted to happen. All along! Oh my god. When you save yourself in one of those, it feels like you can feel the jaws of death nipping at your heels. What does this bring us? It brings us to another one! I wasn't ready for that. And what comes after this? Is it more of the same? A springboard and then... Oh, I don't know actually what I'm doing now. Oh, come on! I didn't go to the side like my rules stipulated I should. I think it was somewhere along the line there was another one of those, these things here. The 3x3s with 2 on either side. So I was real close there. This one should not be as hard as it is. Jeepers. Does it make more sense to go for all the 9s first? Because then I'll go in like a circuitous route and I'll know I got them all, maybe? I'm gonna give that a try. Oh, that is almost definitely the way you ought to do this. That's way less disorienting. I think then what you want to do is leave, the 2x3s around as your final spheres to get. That way you never even have to leave back out to the outer sort of ring of things, I don't think, anyway. Man, this one's tough. But yeah, it's way easier to get these 9 ones when you do all 4 of them in a row, because then it's just like, okay, 4 corners of a quadrilateral, I can do that. Just do the same thing 4 times in a row. Much more simple to keep in mind. But then you got to turn inward and take the trampoline like this. Didn't mean to take it like that, but that's alright. That will work. I gotta get in the middle of them here. Better than I just did. Like... And the only rings remaining at that point are the 16 from the center. The 4x4 in the center. Nope. I so rarely mess that 4x4 up, but it's just a matter of which one I'm doing first. I'm more prepared for. There's these. Dang it, bad time to sneeze. How far now? I just need to grab the rings, I think, and then those last 6 in there, which means I need to stop panicking and stop running in circles and just do something. Okay. No! Why did I buffer my... I forgot to buffer the... Oh! That was this close! I've sort of got this down a bit more to a science, though, now. Doing these 4 on the outside is absolutely the play. Oh! Bugger. I always get so panicky right at the end. Weird, isn't it? How a challenge with basically no stakes like this in a video game, and you can get to that point several times, the same point, and know, okay, well, I panicked last time, and it made this take longer. And logically, you know, that means if I just treat this like it's no big deal, we'll be in and out faster, and the stakes will be even lower, and I'll have less to worry about. But your brain's just like, no, I can't do it right! Don't mess this up! And then you mess it up. I don't know if it happens to everyone. I assume it happens to a fair number of people, the same way it happens to me. Maybe not as often as it happens to me. I think some people would be able to get a grip a little faster than I. It just stands to reason. Oh, I always do that. How do I always mess it up and accidentally hit that one and then turn right? Oh, it's so easy to not do that. At the very least, though, this one isn't nearly as tedious as, 8, I think it was. The one where it's just like the long corridor where you just do the jump every turn or so. Because that one was like a lot of the same thing over and over, whereas this is like, it's like 3 or 4 separate tasks that I'm trying to string together correctly. So at least my brain isn't like shutting off during it, except for the parts where I'm telling it to. rightly or wrongly. Okay, so we don't want to be going here. We want to be going this way. And boom, and boom, and then... And then, oh, how do I get over this? Right, like that, except I just ruined the entire level. God, that's hard. It's somehow... Maybe, actually... I don't know. Why was I having such an easier time getting those 4 before? When I just come at it from here. Oh, because I just wheel around like that. Okay, right. Duh. Do that. Okay, sorry. I was trying to do it a really difficult way that was unnecessary. I don't know why just the change in angle made me try and do it a different way. That was very silly. Loop it around like here and then jump. Duh. Gosh, why was I being so silly about it? And now we just ride one of these as far as these rings here. We're about to hit the perfect, and then we just need to get the 6. The 2 groups of 6. Okay. Oh, I hit right again. I swear I did. I did not just hit right and then let go of the keyboard. I hit right twice. I swear I did. Sorry, I know what I'm doing now, though. Oh, for God's sakes. I saved it, then immediately did the same thing. Almost forgot these rings. Thank goodness, that one took forever! At the beginning of this one, I was like, oh, after this one, there's only gonna be 5 more, but now I'm like, oh, there are 5 more? That sounds like so many! Ooh, but I bet we can take them. I think I'm probably not going to struggle with the next bunch as much as I did that one. It was strange how the individual tasks in that one were pretty straightforward, but the order of them felt like it mattered so much when really it shouldn't have. Alright, what fresh how? 155? Oh my. Oh no. So we want to be like, take care of these ASAP, I guess, and then hop back out to where we hopped in, and then carry on, and then presumably it's going to be just a whole bunch of these in a row. Okay, so where did I get in? It was right over here, so we got to be like, we want to get like, hop back here and then turn right and carry on the whole way until we get back to the point where it's all red, and then just take a bounce and then do more of the same. Oh god, okay. Okay, that's probably not going to be too difficult, just a little bit thinky and precise. It looks like a lot more than it actually is up front, I guess. Well, 153 though, that sounds like a lot. It sounds like really a lot. Okay. Okay, and then boing, and then when am I gonna get inside? Now! Oh, right, this was a bad time to do this. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I made it work somehow. Wait, is it gonna be easy to get back in this way? Yeah, sure it is. Okay, we wanna get back in right over here. Do we? Oh, it's gonna be tough, but yeah, we do. Okay, we're trying to go like, and then we have to turn left and right into the spring at some point. What was I supposed to do about that? I was supposed to... Wait, hold on a minute. Maybe are we supposed to just go... How am I, wait, how, I can't see that far ahead. You can only see like 3 ahead of you. How am I supposed to know which way is safe to boing? What? This is impossible. I mean, I'll try, but like, what do you want from me? How am I to know where I should be springing next? You think I'm some kind of super genius? Oh, wait, unless, oh, wait. No, but I don't know. I don't know. Because I tried this already and it weren't good. Maybe the pattern on the springs on the outside is supposed to tell me where I can and cannot bounce, but I don't understand yet. Because if I just bounce on this one, it's just over, right? So what the hey? Oh crap, unless I have to bounce on a corner one. Oh, okay, hang on, that might be. Which means I'm gonna have to do some real awkward stuff in a minute. Because this first one, they line it up nicely so that you can end up on the corner, but for this one, to do it the same way, so that you end up on a corner, you have to pull some shenanigans. Oh crap, that's gonna be impossible to do. Okay, okay, so first of all, this is already harder, because I've done this in a stupid way. I have to go like... God, this is gonna be so hard. I have to be like... And then get in here, and then I basically just have to do the right jump here, otherwise I'm toast. Like that. Crap! If they want you to leave from the corners, why aren't all the corners unthinged? No, why did I do that there? It was a bad time to do it. Oh, no, actually, that was the perfect time to do it. No, that was a bad time to do it. I'm so baffled at what this one wants from me. Okay, so first of all, I have to... And then I have to... No! Why? Okay, hold on. Maybe let me just ignore the rings for this first go. Why did I do that? Actually, hold on. What if I just send it forward? What happened? Oh, sorry, not forward. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. So there's a right and wrong time to... But how would you be expected to know? So forward here is fine. Forward there is not fine. Oh, no, okay, so they just want you to jump over this one at the end. Oh, okay, no, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, never mind. Sorry, they do want you to do the full loop, but then just jump over the last one. Okay, so they're always going to set you up to go clockwise with it. Okay, no, it's making sense now. I thought they wanted me to do some crazy stuff in the middle, but you can just jump over the last one, which in all cases except for this one will be the first one that you touched. That makes a lot more sense. So literally just run all the way around this one and then jump somewhere in the middle there so it's easy to get back to where you were. Like here, and then you jump over the last one, which is also the first one. No, but you don't want to jump... Cut. Take 2. I understand, I think. It's very much a big timing check then. And if there are 16 in each of these little ring pods, then there are 4 altogether, because there were 64 altogether. And then jump over this, and then you're doing the same thing here. Okay, I think I'm getting it, but it still feels like we're gonna have way more loose spheres by the end, right, to get? I have to get the rings, what am I doing? Sorry. Forgot that was part of this for a sec. You have to jump into the ring pool when you're like halfway through the thing, so it's easy to get back to it. Because if you do it at a corner, you're toast. You want to do it like right in the middle, like I've just done there, so that it's easy to get back to it, to where you were in your path, and carry along your same route, so you can be sure you get all of them. I didn't get the rings. Sorry, hang on. This is a neat little one, though. Now that I understand what's going on, it's much less cruel feeling and much more fun feeling. There's sort of gamble of, like, trying to get the jumping back in point at the right point in the square, if that makes any sense. Alright, this should be our little perfect, but then... Well, I guess we'll know where we're going next, because it'll bring us there, but I have no idea what we're doing next. To get the remaining, like, 50... spheres after this square is complete. Where will that take us next? Okay, there's scary stuff. I made problems. I went the wrong way. I want everyone to understand. I absolutely went the wrong way. Can we save it? No. Maybe we could have, but I didn't know what was going on at that point. I was cold and frightened and alone. All right, this first bit I'm getting the hang of. The bit until you get the perfect. I'm now reasonably good at. Just no idea what comes next, because I've only gotten there once, as yet. Oh, a whole bunch more of... Okay, so it's just a little... I guess it's more of the same, except without the rings in the middle. So in theory, it should be easier. It's just that the shapes are a little different at that point. Well, they kind of stop pulling their punches after a while, don't they, these? Did that wrong. That scared the crap out of me. Not what I wanted. Thank you for resolving the matter in a timely manner. I knew I was right to hire you for this job, Tails. Ah, oh, bugger! Always gotta ruin it right at the end. I'm still alive, I'm dead. Oh, I'm getting worse at this. Whenever I get near the end of a big challenge like this, I just get so anxious about, like, what are the next 4? The longer I get stuck on this one, the more my dread builds. Because I don't see this one being too hard by the end, even the bits of this one that are uncharted. I still get a sense that I know what it's going to throw at me. More of this running around in quadrilateral shapes stuff. I forgot to jump until the last second. I do love how you hit the bumper. The dung just like completely cuts off the little perfect chime. That's really funny. Boom! Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. But I assume it's kind of the same thing. Oh god, okay. Oh, that was it! Oh god, I wasn't even looking at the numbers at that point, because I was just like, just focus on the not death? Good, cool. So like I said, it basically just asks you to do the same thing a few times in a row. Just run in square shapes and then jump over the last one. Cool! 4 more. Okay, we're doing alright now. Picking up a little bit of speed. That certainly didn't take me as long as the previous one, but it was tough. Demanded focus. Level 13 of 16. Let's have it. 54 with 68 rings. Okay, so another weird one we're gonna have, probably. Oh, okay, this one's a big labyrinth. You gotta remember where you've been already so that you don't block off your own path. I have great fear that that's where this is headed. Whew, should I just clear out... I was gonna say, should I just clear out this first chunk up front, but that doesn't make sense, does it? I should leave as many blue spheres to walk across as possible. Oh, I see, these ones are just in this thing. I see, okay. Okay, that's fine, I can just bounce over it like that and head this way. Okay, so this one's just a big old labyrinth that you go through several times with rings strewn about. It probably won't be hard to get a perfect score on this one. Oh, I didn't mean to do what I just did and block off 2 paths at once. Interesting. Very interesting, this. So I'm gonna start by just... flubbing it. So by just turning right here and then right and just going to the first set of blue that strikes my eye, and hopefully it's not possible to like lock yourself in anywhere here. Anytime it's just like a one single sphere there, it's one you can jump over, so even if I block it off, I can head back the same way with some well-timed jumps. It's just that traversing the whole area gets a little harder as you go. But it's kind of symmetrical in many ways at the same time. Okay, so let's go like here, bounce across. Okay, so I bounced across back to the beginning, but I was on the wrong side for that. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So this one's going to be long and drawn out, just getting one sphere at a time, absolutely scraping by each obstacle kind of level. But I think that is fine because it won't necessarily be that hard to get all the rings in that case. Actually, here we go. We found some more complex shapes that'll give us a whole bunch of rings at once. We have so few spheres left, it would seem. So there must be a bunch of rings, like, hanging out somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I guess we exit through this way. Just try and be thorough about it. And then there, sure, why not? And then there, sure, why not? And then there, sure, why not? And then, oh wait, would it have been possible to get rings from that if I had done something like this, and then gone around the other side and been like, doink doink? Yes, it was. Was. So I had to do that already, and I've failed. Right, okay. Now I know, anyway. Really, the trick with this one is going to be that I'm going to accidentally lock myself out at some point. I'm almost 100% sure. Which I go on left this time, like here. See what goes on here. Okay, there's a bunch of these. Yep. You know, it's probably not actually as big as it feels, this area. So probably it won't be too easy to lock myself out, like I'm thinking. I'm probably being a little paranoid there. But it won't be impossible by any stretch. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm just looping around a whole bunch, I see. I think I want to be on the right side for this, and then boing. Oh, that's hard to not immediately mess that one up. Actually, can I figure out where that is and do it first? Yes, it's here. Okay, let's absolutely do that first. Just turn right. Because that's the one I'm never ready for, is to do this and then immediately do that. Right, okay. Let's go do this right. Don't screw it up. Do it good and do it fine. Do it fast. Do the thing and get the rings. And then we're good. Okay, so I just don't know whether... I probably should go back the way I came, shouldn't I? I have already forgotten which way that was. I think it was this way. I would have been on the left side though, so let's not do that again. And then go through here. I don't know if I feel like I'm missing a bunch of loose rings somewhere that I will not. Oh, this is also a polygon here. Okay, right. Right. Oh god, you have to be so quick to not screw up the polygon. So if you get any of them in the middle, it's no longer good for the rings. Wow, it's gonna be a little grim. This one really is a test of your polygon completion skills. Of completing the half-baked ones, that is. I don't remember which way I came from. It was this way. Okay, so overall this one's probably not going to be too difficult, but because like it doesn't amount to a whole lot of difficulty, but each individual task is reasonably up there in difficulty, I would say. But it's not the kind of thing where the synergy between the tasks is what makes it difficult, because they're very split up. It's like you do a task and then you run away for a bit, traveling elsewhere. Let's go here, I think. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So when it's a 3x3, you have to get the first one and then jump the middle one. Oh, that's going to be rough. But I think I can handle it. But it seems sensible to start... wow, okay. Just to... I don't know how to explain it, but like do each side of one loop at a time. So what I mean is... I'll be able to show you what I mean in a minute. When I get these like 2x4s here, or these 3x4s I think they are. Doink, doink, and then... Doink, doink. Once I've gotten this side complete, I should then loop it around just to make sure I've gotten these. So now I want to be on the right side here, and then I'll get the one that's on the right here, and then I loop and start doing like another like angle of it. Oh boy, okay, that's not what I meant to do. But it's basically like there are 4 quadrants, kind of. Never mind. What I said kind of makes sense, but to explain why it makes sense is not worth it at the moment. I just gotta focus on this one. You know what? I made some good progress here, and I do want this all to be one video, but I'm gonna split it here and come back another day simply because this has been going on a little longer than it ought to have. But still less time than I thought it would take, to be honest. I thought I was gonna have to get to like level 5 and like give up, but I'm impressed I've got this far, and I'll be quite pleased when I get the last 4. But I just have other stuff that needs doing today, is all. See you in a moment. All right, I'm back a few days later. I think it was. I can't remember when the last day I recorded was. Yeah. I just checked. It was the 12th last time, and it's the 14th now. So it's 2 days later, and I'm ready for these last 4 levels. I didn't want to rush it and try and like finish it before I had other stuff to do last time, so that's why I took the little break. I already forgot what level 13 was like though. What were we doing here? Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. This is the one we're kind of like going into the... Right, you go in and out of the area. I remember. Huh? Sorry, that's good. I just didn't mean to do a third jump there. This one doesn't look like it's gonna be so hard. Actually, we were sort of starting with the right side here, weren't we, first? I've done it bad already. So, give me a sec. Crazy how not doing something for 2 days will make you out of practice. So altogether, this one doesn't seem like it's gonna be too complex in the end. We're gonna be fine as long as we keep a cool head and run around and get all the things. Get the rings, get the things, all the things. Yes, things, things. Things is the only word I know. That's apparently that. Oh my god, where do I go now? I'm really scared. I don't know what to do. Oh my god, what do I do now? I am really covered in fear. Covered in fear is not really a normal expression, but I think you know what I meant because I'm fine. I'm gonna get all the rings now. This is 9 of 9 of the remaining ones, which means just 3 more blue spheres to get now. That's troubling because I don't exactly know where they all are. I got it! I just ad-libbed that in the first 4 minutes of this recording. That's so super sick. I was expecting it to go bing for some reason. That's not what it does here. Sick. 3 more. That was actually pretty straightforward. But you just have to sequester it in your mind of like, okay, left and right. Why is this the ones with the big 3x4s or whatever, where you have to do like 2 in the middle and then cleave out, and then the forwards. If you go left from the forwards and back, or right from the forwards and back, and then left again, then it brings you to the ones with the 3x3s, and then there's the other ones with it's like the 3x3s where you have to jump in the middle. Anyway, on to level 14 now. What have they got in store for us for these last 3? I have to imagine there's horror coming. 144 rings? Why did I try and touch every corner of the sphere twice? Corner of the square, I meant. 144. Oh my god, what is... Oh no. Oh no. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry. I did not understand what I was looking at there for a minute, but I can pause also. I gotta do that to get a beat on my surroundings. So many springs. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is one that's like partially complete. I have to go to the left there somehow to finish those 2, because then that'll make this huge, like, I think it's a 4x4 will be complete. So if I were to... How would one get to the left there if one were so inclined? I don't know. I think I'll just try and get there, probably. Oh, are they all like this, where it's going to be like from the center here, there's a bunch of these big ones that were... There's just 2 exposed on the side, and you can make a big 4x4 that way. That would explain why there are so many more rings than blue spheres here. Interesting. So I guess I really just want to be kind of riding the springs along and seeing where they take us. Oh boy, that was a little scary, if I'm honest. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a whole bunch like these. Okay, so that probably is why this feels a lot bigger than it's actually going to be. I understand. There are only 48 blue spheres remaining, right? And we get 6, I guess, every time we clear one of those off, because 6 are usually the amount that are left unused. Okay, maybe I should leave this simple shape over here for the end, though. But I'm not quite certain. Oh, hello, rings. I'm not quite certain just yet how to reach all of the things I'm trying to reach, but here's one of the things I was trying to reach, and as I reach more of them, the area will open up more, I suppose. So, that is something to bear in mind, that it'll be a little more clear where to go, because it'll be one of the few areas where there isn't still anything. God, I always do that by habit. It'll be one of the few areas where there are still things, are the areas we're meant to go. Oh, I can just turn around and do this one. That's neat. Okay, I don't have a great sense of the layout in the sense of like how many of these things there are at the moment, but like how many of these big 4x4 grids there are. We could probably math it out, although I don't know how many of them are these little 4 blocks as well. So I'm just gonna start by just trying to run kind of blindly anywhere I think I haven't been, and then clear out any of these big 4x4s when I have the chance. So not there. I don't have the chance anywhere around here. So let's take a spring. Let's try and leave that there. Can I just... Ooh, hello, rings. Maybe head over to the left here somehow. Not just here just yet. Well, I guess I could hop over one of these and have a look at whatever is on the other side of it. Ah, like over here, we found it. So I think I just need to wander around a whole bunch, and then eventually I'll end up on every side of these things. We're not going for a world record speed run or anything. We're just trying to get through it. It's much, much less big than it felt at first with 140 whatever rings. It's just a whole bunch of this that you have to do. Okay, this one doesn't look like it's going to be too hard. Just it's a bit of a war of attrition, especially if you don't know where you're going, which I do not. Oh, sorry, those four. That was just those 2x2 in the middle, right? Okay, good. These bumpers aren't confusing me at all. I'm doing great. Thankfully, you don't have to get all the rings in a particular order. It's not like with the blue spheres where you have to like get them all in a square, otherwise you miss something. Once you've got the rings out in the open, you're good. Boing, and we can turn around and get this one as well. Damn it! Got so far there. Probably the weirdest way to gather those that I could have possibly taken. Okay. Yep, and then there's just one more sitting around somewhere. Okay. And it'll have our last 16 rings also. Ooh, no, I swear I hit left. It's cool how it gets a lot easier to traverse the more of it you do. Except those four in the middle. Like whenever these four red spheres in the middle, they are tricky to avoid because you have to turn like immediately to get away from them. I cannot imagine me doing this as a child. I would be so terrified by the speed at which it moves. It's very satisfying when you get them all in one little fell swoop like that. I don't know what I did differently, but all of a sudden I'm taking a bunch of springboards and getting right onto the correct side. Oh, wait. No matter how simple the task is, you are just moving so fast. Oh boy, didn't mean to do that. So it's hard to kind of relax and get into a flow state with it, if you see what I mean. For me, anyway. Okay, so 36 means we've got two 16s and then one group of 4 rings somewhere. Still sitting around? Oh boy. Why are there just 2 red ones sitting in like the middle of that all over there? That's weird. Okay, here are the 4 that were just sitting about. Oh, okay, we don't want to jump over that like I almost did, but we do want to do that and then get these. So one more 4x4 and then a whole bunch of the simple shapes I left kind of like half done, like an idiot. By accident. And we just take those 2 out while I have the chance. And let's go find this last... this last 4x4. And then there's one 2x2 that I left half done and then one 2x2 I haven't touched at all, I think. Here's the 2x2 I haven't touched at all, so let's just do it now. Simplify things for later, and we just gotta find that 4x4. Oh, that was I just ran past it. Okay, it's over here, and it was on the right side over here. The blue was, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay. So now it's just the simple task of getting two blue spheres with no obstacles around them. I just have to find them and touch them, and we win life. It should be very, very easy. Oh, no. It should be very, very easy. It should be very, very easy. Why I didn't... Okay, I organized them in the worst way possible, but yes, it was very, very easy. Stage 14 of 16 done. Nice. Bum, 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 bam. Got it. Perfect. Only 2 more. I'm feeling good about this. I thought it'd be way rustier after leaving it for 2 days, but maybe these ones just haven't been quite as hard, because we've been doing awesome. All right, level 15, second last one. Let's do this. All right, so I'm already seeing some simple shapes. Oh, they're enclosed by bumpers. Oh my, oh me, oh my. That could be rather a tense situation, couldn't it? Doesn't look like there are too many rings though, so probably there are just a few complex shapes that need gathering is all. Okay, and we gotta jump across the bumpers because we're all like enclosed in them here, I see. Oh god, and then we have to do this like cross-section one way and then go the other way and jump in the middle of it. All right, let me just leave that for a bit till we've got a few more, what am I talking about? A few more of the rings. Because maybe this is the only, like, simple shape in the place. And we want, sorry. And we want to do it last. Oh, never mind. We probably want to do it first. Okay, this is one with a lot of variety already. They're, like, changing what they ask you to do every 2 seconds, which is super cool. Because there are a lot of them where it's like kind of there's one major gimmick to it, like you're going around to the maze, or you're doing the thing where you're running around in squares and then doing the trampoline to the next one. This one is not like that at all. Okay. Okay. Around this way, and then around this way. Hop! I think we got them all. And then we jump across this, and it does that, and then... Oh, and then I have to do it backwards? No. I can just catch my footing after that. Okay. I think I got what's going on. Doesn't look like this one's gonna be terribly long, just a bit complex for the brain! Which is A-okay with me. I appreciate it not being tedious like number 8 was. I'm okay with crazy and weird and panic-inducing more than I am with doing the same thing over and over. With like a slight variation each time for like 20 minutes. Okay. Boing, and then catch our foot. Oh no, there was another bumper behind us, so it bounces you forward and then you turn right immediately. Okay. Horrifying. Right. But just the kind of horrifying I like. Let's get it done. Don't be afraid, because if we die, then we don't have any more fear. We'll be fine. We'll die and it'll be good. We'll die and we'll live, and when we'll die... No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry to inform everyone. Okay, boing, and then bumper again, and then right. I hit forward instead of right for some reason. I did it! What do I do now? Oh, it's the same thing, but then to the left. Okay. So definitely we can't leave any of this stuff at the beginning for later, because it very much blocks you off when you go forward in this one. Okay, that is fine. I can handle that. I just gotta think real good. And place a special emphasis on focusing on the gameplay, which means stopping singing all the time, because that just will not work. I could try, but it will not work, and I'll die because that is not how this thing goes. You can't just sing the whole time and expect to win. That would be so silly. I turned too dang early. Such a catchy song. I can't stand it. How catchy it is. I mean, it's gotta be catchy considering how often you're doing this and how tense you're gonna be throughout. Can you imagine if it was like the Sonic drowning theme the entire time while you were doing this? No. That wouldn't be good. Oh! No! That's hard to time, which I think is partially because the software I'm using maybe has a bit of an audio delay. I'm not 100% sure. And so I'm trying to like listen for the audio, the bing of the bumper. And that's maybe not the right thing to do. I should be looking for when I start moving forward, rather than trying to use the audio to save me. Scary bit is we have no idea what comes after here. We know how there have to be more complex shapes and stuff because there are more rings. Okay, like this one, for instance. Interesting. It has cleaved into our ring counter a fair bit. 23 remain. That's such a weird number, especially with 18 blue spheres left. I have no idea which way is forward now. There was seeming to be a path over here and to the left, or is this where we came? This is where we came! No, it isn't. Wait. This is not where we came, so we do want to go this way and do more of the same. I just hit the left, I swear I did. This seems like one where they're not going to try and trick us with the rings too much. Like, they're not going to make it hard to get a perfect score with the rings, probably, because the rest of it's so linear, basically. Ah, bugger. I do like how... canonically, it's just like... In order to be worthy of the Chaos Emeralds, you must play my little carnival game. Where you run around on a ball, picking up balls. Don't forget to jump over the red balls. Otherwise, you'll lose points. Sonic's like, isn't the fate of the world at stake or something? And the Chaos Emerald gods or whatever are just like, no, play our game. It's fun, I promise. And they're right, to be fair. This is a very fun minigame. Why did I do that? Oh, I'm supposed to jump there. I tried to turn left for some reason. I guess there's also the added benefit that I'm not very sleep deprived today. I actually had a decent night's sleep. When last episode I was, you know, a little bit. Hadn't slept in 2 days, kind of. Not last episode, but, last session of recording for this episode. So far, though, this one isn't asking you to do anything too complex. There's just a lot of variance. And a lot of figuring things out on the fly that you have to do. I think the end exit was over here. Boing. Left. Oh, I just... What? Oh, wait, crap. Do I... Wait, huh? I thought it made it sound like rings appeared there. It made that noise like rings appeared, but did I actually complete a complex shape there? And if I did, how do I do it good to get as much ringage from it as possible? What I should do is next time I get to that bit, I should stop and surveil first. Actually, I probably should even pause it when we get there so I can look at it more closely. Although it's near the end, there are only 18 more spheres. Okay, so it's one of these, and I didn't do the turn. I remember when I played this as a kid, anytime I accidentally filled in a complex shape and a bunch of rings appeared, I thought I'd done something wrong, and I was like, I missed a bunch of blue spheres? And now there's a ring counter that's going down. I'm losing rings from this. I always remember thinking it was a bad thing when that happened. Because the noise it makes is kind of like the noise that happens when you drop all your rings as well. If not the same noise. Alright, so what are we looking at here? What? If it's a... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait, there was another way to leave there as well? Okay, hold on a minute. I don't understand how this shape is shaped. Oh. Oh, I did not hit left again. Why is it turning? Wait a minute. I think if we enter from this way, then that completes the shape. Hang on, I have to jump here because it turned for some reason. Okay, now what? Okay. No, that was a stupid idea. If I had gone forward or backward, that was a bad idea. So I think I just want to find whatever side it is that has those 3 blue spheres in a row and then run through and it'll complete a shape for me. And then I don't know what comes next. This is like the exemplary, like the textbook blue spheres stage though. It's got a lot of variety, asking to make some precise maneuvers here and there. But mostly it's really a lot about sort of wrapping your head around the pacing and the order of things. And it kind of has, it goes linear sometimes and then a bit more freeform and creative others, and then it asks you to do like the double bumper thing, go backwards, then forward again. It's just got a lot of nice little tricks. It's got a little bit of everything, this level. Very good. Very satisfying to play as well. Okay, I think that was it. I just passed it, I think. So it's the first one they ask you to do. No, unless it's that one. Oh, do you have to hop in the middle or something? Oh, hold on. Something like that? I'm not 100% sure that was right. I think maybe that was the way to get the most rings out of that. I will say it's quite cool. There's usually like a fair bit of a learning curve to these in the sense that... Oh, bugger, that wasn't good. You kind of learn it without feeling like you're getting better at it, but you definitely are actually picking up good ways to do each individual chunk and everything. It's the process of learning how to do these is very satisfying. Now that I'm used to this, it'd probably be so weird to play it at the normal speed. That didn't seem to do anything right, did it? What did I do? Oh no, I didn't do it. I did something bad, I think. Oh, wait, do I have to... Hang on. I don't know what I've done, but it wasn't right. Oh, I think I jumped too early because I should have gotten the one to the upper right of me that you can see there. I think I'm toast because I think it's going to turn me to the left, and then my only option will be to jump over the red one into the bumper, which will put me back in the red one. Oh no, I jumped it twice. Okay, this is maybe still salvageable? Nope! I think I had the right idea, but I jumped too early. I have to make sure I get 3 spheres, then jump. That sounded good. That sounded very good. Yes, I think I got that about as right as I could be expected to. Not all the rings, though. Wait, hang on. 2 more rings? What? Wow. I don't think there was more I could have done there, so now I just have to find some way to leave this. Okay, now what? Oh boy. Okay, this feels like they want me to jump back that way, because there was an actual spring. So let's try it. Whoa. Oh, and there are 2 behind here. Okay, is that cheating to pause like that? I don't think it's cheating. I don't think it's cheating at all. Because I still had to press the right buttons in the right order. I think it's fine that I paused there, because I had no idea what was coming at the end there, and if I had missed those 2 rings because I ran right into it face first, I would have been very upset with myself. So I'm okay with the fact that I paused. I could reload it now and try it again without the pausing, but really, now that I know what to do, it will be easy anyway, so I don't feel the need to. Final level! Let's keep it nice and straightforward, shall we? No more weird mazes. Alright, 48 blue spheres and 64 rings. It doesn't sound complicated so far. Except for the fact that I don't see any blue spheres or rings. I have to take this springboard through the middle, and then what? And then what, I ask, dear gentle viewer? Oh wait, hang on, hold on a minute. Oh, no, I see. I thought it was one big shape going around the springs, but it isn't. It's just a bit of this. Okay. So maybe it's a fun last one. Maybe it's not gonna be a difficult one. It's just gonna be one where it's like, and now to reward you for getting this far, we do a lot of fun things, which are going around in circles like this. Interesting. This will be how we get all the rings anyway. Just these 2 4x4s left, and then where are the last blue spheres? I wonder. Can't be all that many. Are we gonna get this on our first go? This will be like the only one we got on our first go. Getting the last one on our first go. What a momentous occasion that would be. Oh my goodness, golly gracious goo, everyone. We got all the rings on our first go anyway, that's something. Now we just have to find these last 4 blue spheres. No idea where they could be. Oh my god, there are so many springs here. That's where we just were. Oh wow. Okay, this one's if the other ones are labyrinths, this one's an adventure. This one's an odyssey. I have no idea where we're headed. I feel like I'm gonna have to do some awful spring stuff to get into the middle of something. But I'm not seeing any of the blue so far. Oh my god, I have to go on a journey into my soul to find these last 4 blue spheres. I have no idea where they could be. Ugh, I probably don't want to hit the springs, though. They're gonna be, like, in some weird, awful place, like in the middle of a bunch of red spheres on the side here. But I just don't know yet. Let me try bouncing back across. Here, I saw them. Oh! Oh my god. Wait, that means I have to go back like this? Yeah! First try! It feels incredible, everyone. I cannot explain to you the emotions that are pumping through my eyes right now. Perfect! It was a nice, easy one to close things off. Man, it's good I hadn't accidentally my way into the 2x2 at any point before getting those rings, because bloody hell, that would have complicated matters. But that was a nice, easy one to close things off. And there was the Sonic 3K experience. Why not, for hex and giggles, let's play 1 blue sphere on level 2, I guess, is where we are. This is like what I believe these levels are procedurally generated in some manner or another. And oh, that didn't do things the way I expected it would. And that's all we have to know about that. That is all for now, my friends. Why not, just for funsies, let's put some statistics up on screen. Here's how many times I died on each of those, and here's how long each one took. Now, wasn't that fun? Get that off the screen. Have fun finding that out and editing me. But that was a fun little weird foray into this game, apropos of absolutely nothing. Maybe it'd be fun to go back sometime and find some codes of difficult levels people have stumbled into online and start from a difficult level. But for now, I'm quite content that we perfected all of the original 16 levels, as it is something that I have obviously never done prior to this point. Next video on the channel is going to be some more of the Ember Throne. And that is all from me. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Go out, take your dead vines back to your bed. You've done business. Business.